morning. My name is Jameson. Where's my phone? All right, so when you hang out with a bunch of young people, you use your phone instead of notes on a piece of paper, so that's what I'm doing. Good morning, my name is Jameson, and I am the Director of Nursing. And I'd like to welcome you all to the 2021 inaugural pinning ceremony for the Bachelors of Science in Nursing from Lawrence Technological University.
It's Nurses Week. And of course, we're starting early. The official day starts on May 6th and goes to May 12th, which is Florence Nightingale's birthday. But we are going to celebrate now and for months, right? Dear students, it's my last time I get to say dear students. Today we come to celebrate you, your dreams, your visions, and your accomplishments. Everyone in this auditorium, as well as those who are joining us live, your family, your friends, the Ltu community, each one of these individuals have had a pivotal role in your success. I would be remiss if I did not call out the families. I want to say thank you. Thank you for trusting us to care, guide, teach, mentor, and love. Thank you for trusting us. We have, and I'm going to use a word, I have two words that I use only during special events. One is epic, and the other is magical. And this day is going to be both. But without further ado, I would like to invite our president, Dr. Magdo, to the podium to give the presidential address.
Do we keep this?
It's up to you. Hey, be careful.
If I am sick, there are so many nurses take care of me. Thank you. What? It's between my legs now. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Before I start some remarks, which I wanted to keep very short because you have more important things going beyond that. Just yesterday, a friend of mine who works at General Motors, he's a senior engineer, he sent me an email. And what was it about? Ltu named a best value college by Princeton Review. So you're graduating from an institution that is now noted to be among the best in the whole country. You can clap about that. Thank you. And the Princeton Review is done by, it says the education services company named Lawrence Tech as the best value college in 2021 in a feature the company posted on its website on April 12th. So he got a national survey and named you among the very best. This is something to be proud of. What I am proud of is what is happening today as well. So allow me to add my, on behalf of Lawrence Tech, welcome as well and appreciation for your presence here today and support for BSN program. I also take this opportunity of recognizing some key individuals and leaders whose work, support, and encouragement made this morning possible. Please join me in recognizing the chairman of LTU Board of Trustees, Dr. Doug Ebert. Please recall, Lawrence Tech started as a school of engineering in 1932. When I came here in 2012 here to Lawrence Tech as president, within a short time, we reviewed the situation, what was going on in this great city of Detroit, the Motor City, and so forth. If you lived here long enough, you will know that every 8 or 10 years, the auto companies go down. They lose their workforce, they close some plants, people don't have money, mom and dad say, I'm not going to send my kid to engineering or other areas. There is one profession that doesn't go through these fluctuations, and that is healthcare. If you are well, you want to maintain wellness. If you are not well, you want to get well. And the person who attends to you, if you are ever hospitalized, is a nurse, or some of them. So this is almost the noblest of professions. I have known it for years, and I believe it to the bottom of my heart. Because when your family or one of your member of family is not well, unfortunately, if they are in a hospital situation, even the family gets tired at some point, serving you, cleaning you, turning you over. Many have jobs, they are supposed to be in the hospital taking care of their loved ones. It is a nurse who never gets tired. This is the noblest of professions. So I compliment and thank all the students who are entering this profession formally and professionally, that you should always wake up and think that you serve the community with the noblest of professions, serving others every single day. So let me continue. We have with us the Chief Academic Officer of the university, Dr. Tariq Sob. He's our Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. So the leaders of the university are here to welcome you and pay respect to you, what you're entering into. Vice President Linda Height. Thank you. If you see the pristine lawn, the trees and the roadways, the numbering, the facilities, she takes care day by day that we look good, not only to people who are here, those who come, mom, dad, and visitors. So we got a great facility, it's a beautiful campus. And our word goes out in the community through emails, social media, newspapers, through marketing and public affairs, and we have that vice president for that, Mr. Bruce Ennett. This program is housed in College of Arts and Sciences, what they call intellectual center of the university. See, engineering college brings engineers. They also, everyone is intellectual, but in terms of, if you were to name some, architecture, business school, they all contribute intellectually and by workforce. But the thinking group, that usually not related to job, but thinking, is College of Arts and Science, philosophy and other area, English, biology, things about your life, and nurses is located in that. So the Dean of College of Arts and Science is with us, Srini Kamapati. Srini. While you were here, I know you were very busy, but if you took some sports, and some have, and you had some student life, Greek organization, the person who watches very carefully is Dean of Students, who takes care of all their issues, including the residence halls. We are now known as a residential university, no more a commuter campus. And the person taking care of that is Dean Kevin Finn, Dean of Students. Is Mayor Cyber here? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, another thing you should know, because you graduated from this great institution, that no one can do it alone. Whether it's a company or the family, you know, if you have mother, father with 4 or 5 children, each one given different responsibilities so that the home works finely. The city of Southfield is our great partner. They help us where we need them, and we do a little bit for them as well. Our students go and rake the lawns, or in the winter help the elderly and so forth. So very symbiotic relation. And then we have another symbiotic relation with Ascension, Michigan. 3 of us, I call that there's a three-legged stool, which is Southfield. The city government, the healthcare, hospital, big one, and educational center. We work together symbiotically. So please help me honor and welcome the Mayor of City of Southfield, Ken Cyber. And we have the fortune of having the advantage of the leadership of the program in the hands of Dr. Jameson and Maureen Chadwick, Chief Nursing Officer of Ascension, Michigan. Would you kind both stand and be recognized? Please also bring your hands together for the entire faculty and staff listed in the program for their dedication to bring us to this point of celebration. Let's honor all of them. Also, the major lifting, as they call, the major lifting was done by our inaugural class for their commitment, determination during the pandemic to get that academic determination to get to destination. Let us all honor and applaud the entire class, BSN for Lawrence Tech. So our thanks to all the graduating students, their families who supported them, and congratulations to all the participants, faculty, staff, and all those helped them get to that stage in the accreditation process. You know that this group was accredited, and one thing you should be very proud, that you will be graduating from an accredited institution. That is a hallmark. For example, if you go to hospital, you have a process on your heart, procedure. Would you not ask, is this doctor going to open my heart? Does he have the board certification? Or it is somebody you picked up from the street, say, okay, cut something. So accreditation is a hallmark of professionalism, that you have been approved by professionals that you can do that job and do it well. So this class will be graduating. We already were informally informed because some things take time. For example, if the decision is made today by a group, the council that actually approved may meet 3 months later. So it isn't that there is a delay from our side, it is the bureaucracy that delays it, but we have been approved informally. So you will be graduating from an accredited program for nursing, because this is important. Why is it important? In this time where people are very easily running after money for various reasons, nothing wrong with that, we're a capitalist country. But there are so many nursing programs, small schools, which don't even have a name recognition. They start nursing programs, but they are not accredited. This is the main thing. Why accreditation? A hospital that has seriousness of business, they want accredited employees when they're dealing with the patients. So this is an honor you have earned very well with the leadership we have. So today, on this auspicious occasion, I call it a new day in Lawrence Tech, because we started as an engineering college, and then we added a business school, then an architecture. Then we known for those programs that really had infusion of talent in this area, buildings, the shopping mall, the airport, the Comerica Park, built by our graduates or designed our graduates. Our stamp is everywhere. But now we will have additional area where we will have impact because of your work and those who follow you. The nurse pinning ceremony is a 12th century tradition of nursing profession as a way to celebrate students for their hard work and accomplishments. It is different than the graduation ceremony, as you know, which we'll celebrate remotely on May 8th, just days from today. We were informed of the successful review of our inaugural BSN program accreditation, which I just mentioned to you. A formal notification will be on way. So congratulations to nursing faculty, staff, and students for this milestone accomplishment, a rare accomplishment. Our students should feel pride in knowing that they would be graduating from a prestigious institution, highly ranked nationally, and one of the 5 institutions Brookings says, that this is in the top 5 value-added institution in the United States. And who is in our club? Caltech, number 4. If you know what Caltech is, They have so many Nobel laureates, they're sitting in the hallway. This is how prestigious Caltech is, and they put us in that class. You should be very proud. Yeah. As you know, for nursing students, the graduation highlights the completion of academic study. The pinning ceremony, however, marks the important transition from student to a nurse. You finish your didactic component, education, then you become a nurse. So pinning ceremony is that transition. Many students in the pinning ceremony will have to take a National Council or licensure exam, right? You know that. Before they can officially work, so it's not all over yet, right? Certainly the smiles went a little dim. It's, oh, I have to study more. Each school of nursing design and awards its own customized pin, which you will have your own. Again, thanks to the nursing program, teams for Ltu and Ascension, Michigan. Congratulations to the student, faculty, and staff, and all those participated in helping you graduate and come to this point. Congratulations. Very well.
Thank you, Dr. Mogdell. Really, we have to thank you for bringing nursing to Ltu. It was your vision, and you have shepherded this the entire way. It was the best thing to do. As many of you know, we have an academic practice partnership with Ascension, Michigan. I tell people this is a big deal. And I don't think everyone hears that. But outside of the University of Michigan in this local area, Ltu and Ascension, Michigan have joined this partnership. There are many universities that have affiliations. It's different for a partnership. Working for 40 years in the same partner, I should say the same institution, Ascension, Michigan, and now being under the leadership of Dr. Maureen Chadwick, I'm going to call her to the podium to give some inspirational words.
Thank you, Therese. And I am vaccinated. I'll put a plug in for vaccination. And clearly, my phone is up there, but I'm dating myself with my paper. First of all, Mr. Chairman, Dr. Mogdell, Dr. Jameson, truly honored and humbled. This partnership with Ltu has been amazing. I've only been with Ascension a little north of 2 years. And actually, I'm here on behalf of, with it being Nurses Week, one of our national executives, because as you all know, Michigan has been hit the hardest in this third or fourth surge, depending on where you're counting. So Karen Springer has come into town. So I'm here on behalf of Joe Hershey, Lynn Chiesa, and even the folks who really helped form this back in 2016, Dr. Mike Wyman, Denise McLean, and my predecessor, Gay Landstrom. So I just have a few words. I am super excited. I got to talk to some of you guys. I think back to I was sharing with someone, back to my pinning ceremony. It was a few years ago. But again, just deeply, deeply grateful to be here at this inaugural BSN pinning ceremony. This is such a historic event for you all. So take it in, drink it in, because it's just amazing. And through a pandemic, no less. I remember us calling, but last year, when we think about it, last year, we couldn't solve for PPE. We couldn't solve for equipment. We had struggled with staffing. Teresa and I were figuring out, do they need to bring their own PPE? We've solved for PPE. We've learned so much in this last year about this pandemic because I don't think it's going away anytime soon, and we really can pivot. I mean, and you guys have done amazing work. So when this journey began, I wasn't even part of Ascension yet, but I wanted to learn the history. Back in 2016, the foundation that brought these two organizations together was our respective missions. And I wanted to walk through these with you. The Ltu Mission Statement, to develop innovative and agile leaders through a student-centric learning environment and applied research, embracing theory and practice. That's a powerful statement because you will be driving the future. And if we look at our mission statement at Ascension, rooted in the loving ministry of Jesus as healer, we commit ourselves to serving all persons with special attention to those who are poor and vulnerable. And if it's one thing that this pandemic has taught us, that every one of us in this room is vulnerable to this virus. Our Catholic health ministry is dedicated to spiritually centered, holistic care, which sustains and improves the health of individuals and communities. We're advocates for a compassionate and just society, and we've seen the watershed moment that our country has been through in the last few weeks. The Ltu Bsn Mission Statement has its foundations with the blending of these two mission statements. So I ask you to close your eyes and just listen for a moment. To develop innovative, professional nursing leaders who are compassionate and caring healers, dedicated to transforming healthcare through the art of nursing research, theory, practice, technology, and community engagement. That is powerful, and that is all of you. And the vision that this team had, so I want to read the vision statements because they are truly powerful. This is a moment in time. Vision statement number 1, empower future professional nurse leaders to serve as advocates for vulnerable populations and a just society. The lens of the professional nurse and the impact on healthcare was clearly evident and magnified through this unprecedented time of COVID-19, and it still is. Starting your career at the height of a global pandemic, which hopefully we won't have another one for another 100 years, you all have already gained so many skills that you will carry through your entire career. I stand here before you, a nurse of 36 years. I don't feel that old, by the way. And while I've had many, many experiences in my career and started my career during the AIDS epidemic, that was a small segment of the population. This is everybody. This is all of us. Probably everyone in this room has had somebody impacted by COVID. Nothing prepared me for the magnitude of the pandemic on the communities that we serve, as well as our staff over this last 14 months. You all, on the other hand, starting your career with this amazing experience, and I say amazing because this has been life-changing for all of us, and you are the future in nursing. Among you are our future nurse leaders, our nurse faculty, our nurse scientists, our nurse mentors across the continuum of care. I understand you've done over 700 hours of clinical training at Ascension, Michigan facilities. Truly grateful that we were able to be part of that. As well as another 100 hours in the community, serving the homeless shelters, caring for the most poor and vulnerable. Because it can happen in an instant. Any one of us could be those poor and vulnerable. So this work will serve you incredibly well as you move forward as nursing leaders and advocates for vulnerable populations and a just society. And selfishly, someday, I hope I'm looking up and seeing one of you caring for me. So I am so very, very proud of you. If we look at the LTU, the vision statement number 2, embed the foundational concepts of relationship-based care. This is so exciting to me. And caring science processes into the professional practice of nursing. With respect to alignment to holistic care, which many of you are probably familiar, that Ascension actually, in Southeast Michigan, we have the highest number of certified holistic care nurses in the nation. I think it's north of 150 now. 3 key principles are: what's my relationship with myself? What's my relationship with my team? And those 2 constructs, what is my relationship with the patients and the communities I serve? So one thing we've learned through this pandemic is our workforce is resilient. We as professional nurses promote resilience when we focus not only caring for others, but also having a rigorous plan of self-care for ourselves. Self-care is not selfish. And for those of you, I got to talk to some of you before the program started that will be coming to Ascension. I talk about self-care all the time, because the only way we're going to survive this is through taking care of ourselves. And the amazing thing with you being at the beginning of your professional nurse journey is the habits and self-care practices that you implement now will carry you for your entire career. Providing yourself spiritual, emotional, physical replenishment is key to leading a resilient life. In particular, our bodies can't function without sleep. If we're sleep deprived, it doesn't work. Watch any 2-year-old. We can tell when they need a nap. We think we can do it, but we get cranky too. And then the 3rd vision statement. Future professional nurses will transform the healthcare landscape through the intricate balance of the art and science of nursing. And that is so powerful. And we've seen that over and over, in particular through this pandemic. The economic value that the profession of nursing brings to the healthcare sector is palpable. As the healthcare industry moves from fee-for-service to value-based or patient outcomes, the payers are looking at what is the outcome that we bring to the table. So rather than volumes or procedures, but who better than the nurses at the bedside to drive the evidence-based practices resulting in positive patient outcomes? 2 simple practices. Bedside report, our patients want to know their plan of care. And purposeful hourly rounding, that not only impacts patient experience, but more so impacts their safety, so that we can partner with patients to keep them safe. So this pinning ceremony today symbolizes our welcome into the brotherhood and sisterhood of professional nursing. Committing to a rigorous plan of self-care will ensure that you will be welcoming future colleagues to the ranks of this profession as well. The ceremony of pinning our soon-to-be graduates can be traced back to Florence Nightingale in the 1860s when she was given the Red Cross of St. George as recognition for her efforts during the Crimean War. She then paid this gesture forward by presenting medals of excellence to her graduates. Nursing schools around the United States practiced the pinning of new graduates since 1916. And how exciting that you are the very first inaugural class here at LTU to be pinned on this historic day. Thank you again, Drs. Mogdal, Jameson, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity to be part of this day. And I should invent a mask that doesn't steam up your glasses. That's okay. I'll be good for a while.
Dr. Chadwick, how lucky we are, how blessed we are to have you. Thank you so very much. Of course. So now, we're going to go to the nursing awards. I would like to thank Dr. Glembaki and Dr. Clear for serving on the awards committee, for preparing the criteria, for shepherding the process. I am truly grateful. And very humbled. The first award is named in my honor, and I am very grateful for that. It is called the M. Treese Jameson Academic Excellence Award, and it recognizes the Ltu senior student that has achieved academic excellence in nursing courses. This student is beyond excellence as far as GPA. She's a perfect soul. Ariel Naomi Wright. No, you can give it to her. Oh, come here. I'm not done.
Yes, you can. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You did all the hard work. So yes. Miss Wright came from Lathrop Southfield High School. Ken, you're proud of that, aren't you? She graduated as a valedictorian of her high school. I was going to recalculate her GPA, but I don't have that mathematical brain, and I think it's like a 3.99, which, when you think about everything that you have to do as a student, and then she worked 3 part-time jobs throughout, working in the Academic Achievement Center, working at Ascension, Michigan, and also working through Beaumont Health. The one thing that I will say, and that I will always be grateful to you, always, is you are a gifted teacher. Right? I can't tell you how many study sessions, some that were, through the Academic Achievement Center, but some that were just with her friends. I hope one day, and this is my vision for you, that you join the profession of nursing education formally and come back someday to LTU and teach here.
Hopefully that's the plan.
Thank you. Thank you. I would now like to welcome Professor Brian Kaminsky to give out the Nursing Student Athlete Award.
Thank you, Dr. Jameson. Greetings all. I'm a very passionate sports junkie and really a great fan of athletic competition. I was a varsity cross-country runner, track participant as well, and one of my favorite first memories as new full-time faculty to Lawrence Tech was to attend our College of Art and Science tailgate and the football game in the fall of 2019. I have a picture with our Blue Devil, and I'm giving the thumbs up, and I loved it. It was a great experience, and as we proceed with vaccinations, I'm hopeful that I'll get to live that experience again with our graduates. So let's give all the graduates a round of applause. I'm here to present the Nursing Student Athlete Award. This is presented to a LTU senior student enrolled in nursing. Student athletes must exhibit qualities of high-achieving individuals to have both success in the classroom and in their competition of sport. As we know, academic nursing and university-level sport both require an incredible amount of time, effort, focus, and discipline to learn the respective craft. The award winner embodies the following qualities: leadership, dedication, teamwork, resiliency, and excellence. I'd like to congratulate Nick Spohn. And Nick, if you could come just stand right here. I'm going to read two anecdotals. And one thing Dr. Jameson shared with me as she's helped mentor me in my faculty career is to not only teach excellently, but really pay attention to the student and the student experience and the student as a person. And so I'm going to share two anecdotals that faculty and students who nominated Nick, he was the most awarded student for this award. These were their just brief comments. One colleague stated, "His quiet, thoughtful example is compelling, soft-spoken, but articulate and compassionate." Great work, Nick. Another colleague stated, "He is always a gentle and patient leader in the classroom/clinical. He has high academic standards and dedication to his studies." So again, let's give Nick a round of applause. Yep. And additionally, I'd like to call to the floor Sydney Everts. Caitlin Mather. Kaylee Patterson. Caitlin Smith. Madison Smith. William Sturtz. Axie Vang. And last but surely not least, Miles Young. All right, and let's congratulate all the nominees for Nursing Student Athlete Award. All right, thank you. All right, and next I'm going to trade places with my colleague, Dr. Margaret Glembaki, and she will continue with presentation of the Social Justice Warrior Award.
Exciting day. So the Social Justice Award was something that all four of us were very passionate about. You know that my goal is to create a just society, and each and every one of you are part of that and are going to be part of that as you move forward in your career. So today we're going to recognize the student that has been an advocate for inherent rights of all people regardless of characteristics of vulnerability. These students, I should say, advocates for change, equality, and equal treatment of all people in healthcare and society. Advocate for health care justice for all people. Sustain commitment to community involvement and diversity, and contributes to diversity and inclusion of the campus community. So I'm going to start with the nominees, and we can build up to the honoree in just a minute. So these are in alphabetical order. So Jody Ankle, you've been nominated. Yep, please. Shakina Caxton. Ian Cudney. Mariah Mapp. Madison Smith. Axie Vang. And Ariel Wright. Each of these students has been nominated by either faculty or another student to celebrate their passion. But the honoree for this award, who has led campus and diversity inclusion efforts, and his passion is seen in every class. Kenneth Peterson. Congratulations. I'm so happy for each of you. So we'll give you your awards. You can have your seat. Thank you, each one of you, for fighting for what we know we need to do. Next, I would like to invite Dr. Suzanne Clear for our Leadership Award.
Yeah, this is awkward. Thank you, Margaret. This particular award is extremely special to me. As this cohort knows, you were my first experience in academia. And prior to that, the majority of my nursing career was spent in executive leadership. and being able to pour myself into you and my passion for future leaders has been something that has really sustained me in my growth along with your growth as well. So the opportunity to recognize people for the leadership as a student is something I'd like to applaud. Here you are, trying to learn everything that you can about nursing, and at the same time, these nominees were able to step up and demonstrate the agile leaders of our future. And I fully expect you to be the leaders that will be in charge when I am in your organizations next. So first, let me read a little bit about what this award was all about. It recognizes leadership on campus and within the healthcare system as a student nurse. The student inspires a commitment to common purpose and a shared vision, works as a champion, an advocate, a mentor for colleagues, identifies and deals with the barriers or obstacles quickly and appropriately, encourages, recognizes, supports, and validates colleague progress, establishes and maintains healthy interpersonal relationships, and demonstrates respect for others in all interactions. And I'm going to follow Margaret's lead and invite you up, and we will announce the winner at the end. So when your name is called, please come forward. Our first nominee is Kelly LeBeau. Congratulations, Kelly. Our second nominee is Tiffany McFoley. Tiffany. Woo. Our next nominee is Valerie Nagara. Our next nominee, Kenneth Peterson. Tanisha Wright. Miles Young. And now to our honoree. I'm happy to report that we have such a strong cohort. We have 3 honorees for this particular award. First honoree is Natalia Abro. Natalia. Congratulations. Our second honoree is Patrick O'Neill. And our third honoree is Samantha Ridley. Won't you please join me in congratulating our student leaders? Thank you. Thank you. I don't have my mask on. Yay! Mary, thank you so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
I get the pleasure to introduce our next presenter. This is Mary Kolarutas, and some of you who participated in our 3-day See Me as a Person workshop that we were fortunate enough to be a part of last fall. Mary was one of the presenters, but more than that, Mary is president of Creative Healthcare Management, who brings us relationship-based care. And it is through her efforts and the efforts of her company, Creative Healthcare Management, that cultures in healthcare are being transformed. Her leadership in this effort has been phenomenal. Personally, I have known Mary since, as a CNO, I brought Creative Healthcare Management to an organization, a health system actually in northern Michigan. And that relationship with Mary has continued over the years since 2010, I believe. Mary is going to introduce for you the nominees and the honoree for our Relationship-Based Care Transformational Practice Award. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. I am just thrilled to be here with you on this historic inaugural pinning and to appreciate you asking me to participate in this part of the ceremony. I want you to know that I can only see the back of your head. I haven't been able to see students coming up. So I'm going to need your help in making sure as I call names that people are able to arrive on the stage before I move on. We'll need a little real-time cueing. So the Relationship-Based Care Transformational Practice Award recognizes students that are exceptional role models, exemplifying the qualities and tenets of relationship-based care, falling into the domains of leadership, effective teamwork, strong professional nursing practice, therapeutic patient care delivery, stewards of resources, and advocates for the best possible outcomes. The qualities of the criterion for this award are as follows. Number one, the student cares for colleagues. They understand that support, validation, and compassion for each other as people establishes the foundation to care compassionately for patients and families. Next is the student listens to colleagues. They listen with an authentic and compelling desire to understand each other's perspectives. Colleagues listen to learn and to discover new ways to be and work with each other. The student treats others with respect. They honors others as fellow human beings with unique life experiences and viewpoints. Colleagues do not compromise their respect for others, even during times of conflict. Next, the student is self-responsible. They understand that to function effectively and interdependently with others, they must take ownership for their own choices and behaviors. And last, the student learns from others. They hold learning as a high and constant value and leverage interactions and experiences to learn and grow together. Mistakes and/or interpersonal conflicts are viewed as opportunities to learn. So those beautiful qualities are represented in the students who've been nominated for this award, and I'll read out those names. And thank you, Susan. I'm starting to see what's happening. I can even see me up on the screen, so I feel like I'm in the room now. Thank you so much. So the first nominee to recognize is Samantha Riley. Next is Megan English. Sydney Everts. Ariel Wright. Axie Vang. Tiffany McFoley. Kelly Liebau. Patrick O'Neill. Kaylee Patterson. Allison Scirocco. Christina Mullen. And Valerie Nagara. So with that, the actual award will be going to Valerie Nagara. So thank you all again, and Suzanne, I would imagine you have a few things to say about Valerie. I'm meeting her for the first time and honoring all of you. Thank you so much for living the tenets of relationship-based care. Appreciate you all.
Thank you, Mary. Every single one of these nominees has embraced the tenets of our conceptual framework of relationship-based care. And more than that, the caring science that underpins it. And we know that compassion and loving kindness are integral to great patient care. So congratulations to all the nominees, because you truly do exude all of that kindness and all of that love. But for Valerie especially, this one is near and dear to my heart, and thank you for assimilating everything that we try to pour into you. So congratulations. And thank you, Mary, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been wonderful to witness this event today. Appreciate you all. I'll close off my camera, but I'm going to hang around for the pinning. Thank you.
Are you going to introduce me? It's my privilege to introduce our next presenter, Dr. Chadwick. If you would come join us.
Wow, I have to tell you, I got chills. I wonder if I can move. Can I move this? Just move it right off. Oh, maybe. The virtual world. So, Margaret Coloridis, oh my gosh, I got chills. Like, you're a rock star. You guys are so lucky to have that opportunity. Super, that's such a tough act to follow. So I'm going to try. But I'm here to present, we have DAISY Awards, and I'm not sure if you all are familiar with DAISY Awards. The DAISY Foundation is actually international. It was one of the greatest joys when I was a hospital CNO for 7 years. I was a chief nurse, and we would give out a monthly DAISY Award. And for those of you coming to Ascension facilities, we do provide the DAISY Award. And what's really powerful, the story, the couple, Mark and Bonnie Barnes, back in 1999, lost their 33-year-old son, Patrick, to ITP. And he was just a new dad, newly married. It's just a young family, so it was really, really tragic. And members of his family wanted to come up with some type of award to honor, in particular, the extraordinary care, compassion, and kindness that the nursing staff provided to him during, he was fine, and then 8 weeks later he passed away. So it was a very short, intense time frame when he became ill. So they came up with this Daisy Award, which is now international and has been for years. So it's really, really powerful that we will be honoring a student with a Daisy Award as well as a faculty member. So I'm really, again, humbled and honored and excited when you guys asked me if I would do this. So we're going to start with the nursing students. So recognizing and celebrating our nursing students who exemplify the delivery of clinical care in extraordinary and compassionate ways to provide our patients and families as they're learning as students. The Daisy Award for Extraordinary Nursing Student is designed to remind students that even on your toughest days, and I know you had them in this pandemic, in nursing school, why you wanted to be a nurse. So I'm going to ask you guys to come down as I announce your names. These are the nominees for Daisy of the Future Award. I'm excited because when I used to give out daisies, we didn't have the student nurse one, so I'm super pumped that you guys have this now. So Allison Sirocco. Ian Cudney. Tiffany McFoley. Valerie Nagara. Destiny Smith. Caitlin Smith. And Axie Vang. And I think you all are receiving your first Daisy nominee pin. Those are a big deal, and wear them with pride. And our award is presented to Axie Vang. And here's some of the comments. Here, let's do this I'm so excited. So Axie, and when I gave these out, I always I'm honored to meet you. In deep appreciation for your commitment to extraordinary clinical care, clinical skill, compassionate patient care that will make a meaningful difference in the lives of so many people. Congratulations. But I have some comments from Axie's nomination. She's always been a shining light in our class. In previous semesters, she found out bad news. Not once did I see her smile leave her face, nor did she let it defeat her. Another comment. Axie's commitment to the program and the patients. I have seen her care for patients, and it is astounding. She is a shoulder for any classmate and patient to lean on. The Daisy Foundation wants to honor you also with a sculpture. This is really cool. This sculpture is called A Healer's Touch. Do I have that, or do you? Is it? Oh, you have, okay. So sorry. I'm a little nervous. I haven't done this in a long time. These are hand-carved by the Shona tribe in Zimbabwe. This is their only source of economic, how they make their way in life. And every single one of them is different, but the same. So it's really powerful. You're in a very small group. And we wanted to, the Daisy Foundation chose this beautiful design because it sensitively depicts the unique relationship between the nurse and their patients. So congratulations. And congratulations to all the nominees. And today, we wouldn't be here today without our faculty, without the vision. So today we will be honoring nursing faculty who instruct and inspire you, our students. The faculty has a profound impact. I still remember some of my teachers from my very first, when I went to my first nursing program. It was a diploma program, but the impact will be forever. As this is LTU's first graduating class, I'd like to share one of the beautiful nominations. Dr. Jameson has literally built this program from the ground up, from an idea to actual reality. I would love to nominate her for the Daisy Award. However, she has hired 3 other staff that have come to this program and made it their baby as well. Each and every nursing faculty has come into this program, added to it, made it better, and provided us, the students, with love, support, and the motivation we needed to get through. Dr. Jameson literally is always there. No matter your need or your want, she literally is there every time to figure out how she can and will help. Dr. Cleary is always willing to work with you. She's always involving herself in ways to motivate and help feed any ideas we come up with. Dr. Glembaki is in fact the most genuine and loving motivator you can come in contact with. Anything you do, she sees as great. She is immediately informing you ways to make it better, make it more, or to publish it. She's done that to me too. She sees your potential and pulls it out of you. She's also always accommodating. Every situation is not ideal. She puts herself into our shoes as a student. Professor Kaminsky has gone above and beyond as a professor since the day he stepped foot onto LTU soil. He began to show his commitment to LTU during his interview presentation. He's so supportive to everyone, especially the athletes. He's very informative and loves to teach what he knows. I couldn't acknowledge just one. I love and appreciate you all. Okay, so I'm going to ask the nominees for Daisy faculty to come down. Dr. Cleary. Dr. Glembaki. Dr. Jameson. Mr. Brian Kaminsky, where are you? There he is. And Ms. Shantae Page. Is she with us? Oh, there she is. Congratulations to all of our nominees. And our award goes to Dr. Margaret Glembaki. Get over here, Margaret. Come on, come here. This is to honor your exceptional impact on your students and your inspirational influence on their future. So thank you. And I have some additional comments from her nominations. Dr. Glembaki is an exceptionally caring and compassionate teacher, makes every effort to check in on students and our well-being, powerful, encourages us never to give up when times get tough. She listens to students' needs and accommodates by moving assignments around to help when stress is high, is an exemplar professor and nurse. Words used to describe her, passionate and genuine about being committed to students' successes. At the beginning and end of every class, she expresses her love for us. It is truly an angel on earth and so inspiring to me. She was always there as a professor, mentor, and friend, has an open door about anything we needed, not just assignments or classwork, has helped me find my passion for being an advocate and the love of public health, always pushed us to do what we love. So congratulations to all of our nominees and Dr. Glembaki. And I think, am I turning it back over to you, Dr. Jameson? I think so. And I've made a mess up here, so I'll just.
So that you can hear me, and because these are our graduates. Before we actually pin, oh no, which mask is mine? Okay, all right, so, sorry. Brian Kaminsky was really the shepherd of this process. I can't even count how many iterations of the pin and what it looked like and what it is now. And so I want to give special kudos to Brian for really shepherding this process. Because we are living in a pandemic, we had to limit the three faculty. But typically, this is an event where students have the ability to nominate or select a faculty member, full-time, part-time, adjunct, as well as a preceptor. And so we look forward to that in the future. I would like to have all the faculty in the room to stand, please, and be recognized. Thank you so very much. Ms. Gale? Dr. P, I should say. So, first row, please stand. Natalia Abro. How's that Velcro working? Technical difficulty. Brian also hand did every one of these, so, it's got Velcro on it. Jody Inkle. Allison Sirocco. Shakina Coxton. Ian Chudney. Typical fashion. Megan English. We live and we learn. Sydney Ebritz. Kelly LeBeau. Mariah Mapp. Caitlin Mather. Tiffany McFoley. Christina Mullen. Valerie Nagara. Patrick O'Neill. Kaylee Patterson. Kenneth Peterson. Samantha Ridley. Destiny Smith. Caitlin Smith. Madison Smith. Nick Spahn. William Sturts. Axie Vang. Ariel Wright. Tanisha Wright. Miles Young. Congratulations. Faculty, when you get back to your seat, we will do the pledge. Students, on the back of your program is the nursing pledge. All nurses, please join me when I start. That means you too, Professor Folson. Yes, you have to read it along with me. And I want you all to stand. Thank you. Are we ready? I pledge myself here before my God and in the presence of this assembly to practice my profession with integrity, I will endeavor to maintain and elevate the standard of nursing, both as a science and as an art. I wholeheartedly recognize the importance of high standards of care and of personal accountability. I devote myself to the healing, protection, and welfare of those committed to my care. I accept a duty to work for the improvement of health in the communities in which I live and work. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and will respect the privacy of medical information. I will act with compassion in ethical matters. I will not knowingly administer or consume any harmful substance. I will commit to interdisciplinary collaboration and lifelong learning. I fully acknowledge the seriousness of this responsibility that I accept in my calling and the significance of this pledge that I take today. Thank you. I would like to call Kenneth Peterson to offer our closing remarks.
Good morning. Give me a second here. You know how you got hat hair? I got hat beard. I can't have it like that on camera. Let me pick it out a little bit and get it right. Can't be up here looking crazy. So the first thing I want to do is, throughout this whole process, I kind of want to call out some names because without them, we would not have been able to finish this. So I'm talking about our actual clinical instructors, because without having clinical instructors, we wouldn't have been able to go to clinical. So we have Mrs. Folson here. My main man, Professor Folson here. Major Dr. Moody over here. Shante. And I'm not sure, am I missing someone? Samantha. What's the other name? Geraldine. And of course, Dr. Gail up there in the back that's been helping throughout the whole process. And of course, we have our faculty that did it, but they've been recognized the whole time. So I want to, bring that to attention. Also, it's always presented lightly that we're the first cohort, the first graduating class of Lawrence Tech University. It's not a light situation because we just made history. And when you make history, it's certain things that come along with that. So I'm gonna call a few other names because I want y'all to see something. So, and when I call these names, I want y'all to come down because I want y'all to see it full-fledged. Patrick, come down. Ian, come down. Miles, come down. Will, come down. Nick, come down. Because I want y'all to see that in a profession filled with women, I didn't say females because females can be anything. Women, you all are women. We have 6 guys here that are graduating in the first inaugural class. Not to mention, 2 of those guys are of African American descent. So I want you to know that black people are educated. We do care about what we do. And we're both standing here to show you that we will continue to lead this walk, this march, this talk, and show that we are professional black men. So I thank them for coming down. I wanted to acknowledge them. Yep. I wanted to acknowledge them so that you all can see that we already expect that it's going to be women. Come back, Patrick. We already expect that it's going to be women in the field. We expect that it's going to be men in the field. But sometimes it's overshadowed that it's going to be black men in the field. I also want to acknowledge that in this inaugural class, you have the very first 2 veterans to graduate from this class. Marine Corps Patrick O'Neill, and of course, Army veteran Kenneth Peterson. He's representing to the fullest. These are big accomplishments. We both spent 9, almost 10 years in the military. So to come back and go to school after doing that is a big accomplishment, because most people say, okay, I'm done. We didn't. We continued on, and we moved forward. Thanks, Patrick. It's funny how we met. In the beginning, when we first was in class, I think it was foundation class, nobody knew anybody. And it just so happened that Dr. Jameson had us introducing each other, introducing ourselves to each other. And it just so happened that me and Patrick sat at the same very table. We didn't know each other at all. So he introduced himself first. And I was wondering why Dr. Jameson had this huge smile on her face before he went. But as soon as he started talking, I realized what it was, because she's realized that both veterans sat at the same table. Both veterans that has been in for almost the same amount of time sat at the same table without even realizing it. So it just shows you how we draw to each other, not even knowing it. So I'd like to congratulate him as well as myself for that. Also, we don't want to leave out the women. They did hard work too. They did hard work as well. And I'm trying to be honest, for real. It's like, to have somebody at the top of your class, and it just so happened that this is a black woman at the top of your class, that means a lot. That shows you that this world and this country is going in a different spot. It shows that there is smartness in the black community. Ariel, right? Tanisha is her sister. They both summa cum laude, right? Magna cum laude, both of them. That shows that they have a smart family genetic build-up. So, we can't forget about all that stuff. I'm also going to point out the people that was able to accomplish this while still taking care of children at home. This is not an easy thing. We got Shakina, we got Tiffany. As you saw when they came up here, Mariah and Destiny are both pregnant right now and have kids at home. So they were able to accomplish this while still doing that. Val has multiple kids at home and a husband, and was still able to accomplish this goal that we so proudly represent at this time. The pandemic came on to us while we were in the midst of our program, and we also can say that we were the first class and the first class to go through a pandemic and achieve the pandemic and beat the pandemic and still be successful. So that's a hand clap in itself. So it's not many people that'll be able to say that they were able to accomplish nursing school at such a difficult college. I don't know why you did that, President Martin. I don't know why you did that. It's so difficult. But we was able to say we accomplished this at a very difficult college during a pandemic as the first inaugural class. So you got to understand that being the first doesn't always mean it's good, because you go through all the hiccups, the downfalls, the badness, the goodness, everything that's going on, we go through it at that time. So to be able to help the faculty achieve such a high goal as getting accredited for this program is a blessing in itself, because we could have been denied and all of this seemingly would have been for nothing. But it didn't happen that way. We were able to get accredited. We thank Dr. Jameson for that. We thank Dr. Margaret for that. We thank Dr. Clear for that. We thank Brian for that. All of them countless hours and meetings and whatever else y'all had to go through to put this all together. And we want to thank the students, because without us, this would have never happened. So, so we want to thank ourselves for being able to help accomplish that goal, to bring, light to LTU, to show that, okay, LTU is no longer just engineering, architect, business. Now they are incorporated with the medical side. And with the medical side, we already know that those are caring and loving people, and that's what we'll continue to be. That's how we'll continue to portray ourselves, and that's how we're going to continue to go out into the field. So I want to thank everyone that had something to do with our success during this time. I want to also say, you still have lives when going to school. Natalia got married last year while going to nursing school. Didn't you take an exam on your honeymoon? She took an exam. That's dedication. That's real dedication. So you got to understand that we all put some type of dedication in this 4 years of going to nursing school. We all had downfalls. We all had issues. Nobody probably had the biggest issue besides Destiny, who lost her father during this, and we all came together and supported her and loved her and wrapped our arms around her and helped her get through the situation, and here she is today, getting pinned as a nurse. So you have to understand that we all go through situations, and we all go through situations that takes a toll on us. Mariah said she wasn't gonna miss this for nothing. She said she wasn't gonna miss this for nothing. Little Trey back there I have seen him numerous times in our classrooms because, childcare, and she said I wasn't gonna miss class, and she brought him, she did exactly what she had to do, and she brought him in, and as you noticed, you probably didn't even realize he was back there as quiet as he's been. So he has never been a distraction to us while we were in class. He wasn't a distraction today. So I want to give Trace a hand clap for supporting his mom throughout these 4 years, giving up his time so that his mom can go to school and become a better individual. So I just want to point him out. But, I'm about to close it up. My cue cards here is getting to the end. So, so I'm going to start closing up. But, at the end of the day, we all became family. And the reason why we all became family, because it's not 300 of us. It's 28 of us now. We started with a certain number. We've been through the change outs or the new people or the old people leaving. But at the end of the day, we was able to help each other get through whatever situation or hurdles that we may have went through and be able to accomplish the ultimate goal that we all saw coming at the end of the tunnel, which was to become a nurse. So we will continue on in this field. Some of us will be working together. Some of us will see each other on a regular basis. So at the end of the day, this is not the end for us. This is just the beginning. And we're going to show that Lawrence Tech nurses are the best nurses. Professor Folsom, I see you over there. Thank you.
I have no words. Other than that, I think you captured it so eloquently, Ken. You made us laugh. I think you made some of us cry. We are family. So, we're going to conclude this event, but Dr. Mogdill is going to get a picture of all the students with him. We are going to have all the faculty get a picture with the students, and then each student, and please don't you dare not get a picture, are going to get an individual picture so we can have a composite photo sent to your homes. And that is what the Ltu family does for its students. So those of you who want to stay and, laugh, cry, I do have more sanitizer up here if we would, need it. Everyone joining us virtually. What a pivotal role, right? Everyone. Friends, families, our Ltu family. God bless you all. Amen.